Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat!
Hey there, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, the boys trek through the jungle and once again decide to go half naked. And this week is PaizoCon. That's right, it's my favorite time of the year. It's con season, and for me, it gets kicked off with a trip to PaizoCon. So first up, I do find it interesting, these environmental challenges. In this case, it is hot as hell, and the boys have to go through this jungle. And one interesting aspect is they need to manage their batteries. I think a lot of other groups just sort of go through this and almost ignore the whole battery situation and just guess that they're going to find more suits. But our guys treat it pretty seriously, and they treat it like it's something that needs to be managed. And truth be told, they probably could just ignore this and go through it. But I do find it a lot of fun seeing them try to do crazy things like going naked and taking heat damage and then fighting without armor. It definitely makes for a better podcast, but I'll tell you, even if we weren't doing a podcast, they would have done it this way anyhow. And we are learning more about the system, and I will tell you that they actually have a lot of things at their disposal and other suits and skins that they aren't using, but I have a feeling they're going to figure that out before long. As for con season, we're all going to be going to PaizoCon. So last year was actually my very first PaizoCon. I always wanted to go, and just a few days before PaizoCon started, I decided, what the heck, I'm going to go. And usually it's actually very hard for me to go because of Memorial Day weekend and I have kids, but they're older now and it's actually easier to go. So I managed to go. I really wanted to see Starfinder. I was very excited about it. I went over, I saw it, I got to see the rules ahead of time. I had a great time, and so I said, you know what, we're all going this year, everyone I know. It's sort of like an old-fashioned con that I used to go to back when I was a kid, and cons were super rare, and they had them in these hotels, and they were so small you can see and know everybody. That's what this one's like. It's just a very small, intimate con. Unlike all of them now, which are all gargantuan, and all are just totally insane. I do love Gen Con, I do love E3, and all the other cons, but they are getting a little out of hand. Even Gen Con, I think, is getting a little too nuts. But if you're there, say hi. We have lots of talks. We're all going to be wearing shirts. I have a bucket, bag of shirts here to give out to people for free. I have so many, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Plus, don't forget, we're doing this fun thing. If you have a Pathfinder or Starfinder or just a character you want on a t-shirt, let us know. For a small charge, you can get the character drawn up in full color by artists, and we throw it on a t-shirt, and it's all yours. You get to keep the black and white and the color photo. It's in super high res, so you can do whatever you want with it. And he's been doing crazy things. We have a Vesk, who's a rock star / explorer. We have another one coming up. It's going to be a Solarian, who is a chef and assassin, so he's going to have like an omelet pan in one hand and a gun in the other. So you can get some pretty crazy. In fact, the crazier the better. We even have one of those walrus race guys who's a Hell Knight. That's probably one of my favorites. So it's a walrus Hell Knight. You could check that one out. And then finally, for my GM PC tip this week, I'm going to talk a little bit about electronic solutions such as HeroLab and how you can build and keep track of your characters and whether or not you should be using those. But with that, let's get to the show. Last we left off, you guys were being hunted by a Karisk, which is this large plant that seems to spit acid and tried to infect you with Karen spores, but you managed to successfully stave that off. Of course, you guys were silly enough to walk around the jungle completely naked with no armor on, suffering from heat stroke. So Hirogi has exactly 1 hit point left. And
I'm naked and I'm fine.
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy, Rusty Carter.
Put your clothes on, young man.
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier, Mo Dupinsky.
and Rusty has a little bit of damage. In fact, I think Rusty took exactly 1 hit point of damage, while Hirogi...
I took 1 hit point of Hirogi's damage.
There you go. That's right. So you saved his life.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did.
In fact, you did, because I remember, you distracted the monster.
I don't want to brag about it or go on about it, though. I mean, look, I'm just a guy doing the best I can.
Wearing no clothes.
Wearing no clothes and risking what those who had armor on were unwilling to risk. But look, that's fine.
Oh, and then there was a person there who seemed to be infected with something, who was leaning up against a tree that Hirogi went to go hang out with, who was coughed on a little bit, and then he dropped a goblin grenade on her and blew it up, and now she's in like 1,000 pieces. And she just missed hitting his own people, which of course he would have never wanted to do on purpose, right?
Never. No.
Never.
I like these people.
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative, Hirogi.
All right, so you just killed this Karisk, and yeah, it's like the 7th hour of day 5. It's still hot as hell, and what are you going to do?
Push on to the end of the day.
Hirogi, first thing he does is he stumbles over to that creature, pulls out his flaming dagger, raises it up to the sky, ignites it in a symbol of honor, and then...
That's a charge.
Yep, that's a charge. And he says, "I have slain this beast. I shall take my proper trophy."
Am I the only one who wants to start, like, taking trophies before he can? Like, just cut off the head, put it in my bag, and say...
I remove an appendage and put it in my backpack.
Let him carry it first. He'll die at the end, and you just pick up the load after.
I have
Good plan. There you go.
retrieved this trophy.
That's already my plan.
Probably its tail spike thingy.
Yeah.
Well, I think Woolholes, he came over and Dragon Slayer did, and came over after this was
I
all
Dragon
said and done.
Slayered it now.
Well, actually, yes, you did, because you didn't actually do all the damage to it, but you are taking the trophy. Yeah.
I'm taking the trophy as is my right.
Well, right. I'm
But
interested.
then I fall down and collapse. And I'm like, I am almost dead. It was an honorable fight. It's going to be difficult for me to go on. I need healing.
You should heal up. You're our healer.
Do we want to give him the spider, or do you want the healing
Oh,
ampoules?
I'm going to need all that. I'm going to need all sorts of that.
Well, I don't know if the spider does anything that the healing... I want to keep calling them potions. Damn it.
Mark 1 healing serum.
Serums. That's right. The serums do.
So, by the way, the spider, I forgot to tell you about this. After you guys rested, remember you guys had those weird side effects? After you spent the entire night resting, those went away. So, if you remember, Hirogi was covered in spikes, and I forgot what happened to Tuttle, but that's all gone. So, after 1 full night of resting, those side effects disappeared.
Nice.
All right. Well, I need healing badly. So I think I would like spider. Where's spider?
So, hold on. Before you use the spider, Steve, does the spider do anything that healing serums don't do?
Yes, it restores 2d8 hit points, and it also helps against poison and diseases with its, for 1 hour actually. Its healing venom helps you with diseases and poisons.
I'm just saying that because there's encumbrance with the serums, and
I mean, you can only use this. Not really. You can only use the spider once every so many hours.
Yeah, you have 17 charges left, and you can only use it 5 times a day, which really hasn't been a problem for you guys so far. So,
Yeah, so we should use those up.
yeah, just start sucking down serums.
the only thing I would say is the serums are good for emergency in fights because you can just drink them, but the spider takes a minute. So that's all I'm saying.
Well,
All
we
right.
also have what do we have, 20 or 30 of them? Something ridiculous.
You can't have too many potions.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they do have encumbrance.
then.
Yeah, they do have encumbrance.
Not
I'm serious
really.
about
You
that.
could have
Yes, they do.
19 of them. 19 of them is one
That's-
bulk.
Yeah.
There's no half bulks. So 20 of them is 2 bulk, 19 of them is 1 bulk. So there you go.
This is the new meta game. Everyone carrying like the numbers ending in 9 when they're potions.
Jason McDonald is playing the Yosoki mechanic Tuttle Blacktail and his drone, Cheddar.
I'm going to Italy. I'm only bringing $9,999.99. I'm good.
Totally legal. Please walk in, sir.
It's the wafer thin mint. And then you put one more healing serum on Mo, and then he collapses. He's like, oh, okay, that was it.
I look at them. The bulk is L, isn't that
Light. Right, light. That's 1/10.
Yeah, 10 equals
10
1.
equals
That's
1.
2 bulk.
If you have 20, that is correct.
Right.
That's why he said 19. Okay, so with
You have
the new
17
math,
healing serums, by the way, left.
I'm like, I need spider. I need a.
Yeah, just start
I
rolling.
need a 7 and 7. Where's my 7 and 7?
Well, Tuttle walks around with the spider because he's the robot keeper. He's the robot whisperer.
I'll be happy to let him use the spider. It is a group resource.
Okay, roll for your healing. 2d8.
Moi?
Yeah, you roll. You roll healing. I always let you guys roll your own healing.
Okay, I need my core dice. Hold on.
10.
That's not too shabby, but I need a lot more than that.
And now give me the fortitude save.
Oh, I forgot about that.
For the side effects. The spider crawls over your body. It actually seems to take extra time because you have so much damage. It's just endless.
He's got jungle fever.
Almost dead. I had the jungle fever mojo.
Yeah, no kidding. You had
Rusty had space madness, and then you have jungle fever.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was never sick.
You're perpetually sick because you're in a bizarre race.
Because I'm cool. Yeah, I get it.
You're more human than human.
You rolled a 15 for your fort save. You're fine. You're fine. No side
All right.
effects.
I yank out a Mark 1 healing serum and I do that out of the group pack. I think we have a group. So now I'm like healed enough. I'm like, oh, I feel good. Waylon, let's bust out some healing serums.
Okay. That's actually Mo, but I took one off
Mo's
of his
carrying 'em.
bandolier. He throws one over to you guys, and you catch it, and then
You can't trust him with the healing serums.
Pop an ice cold healing serum.
1d8. 7.
All right.
Yeah,
Now we're
actually
cooking
has-
with gas.
Yeah, Mo's got those healing serums and one of those beer hats with the little tubes.
Nice.
So-
So I need to wear that now.
Put on
'cause
the hat.
I'm, as the most brave, takes the most damage. That's how I do. All right, let's do it again. I need another one.
5.
Oh, I'm good. I feel
Perfect.
Right, so good. Rusty, you're okay. You don't need nothing. You're good, right?
Yeah, I'm just fine. Don't worry about it.
Your natural undeadness should keep you.
I'm sorry. Am I what now?
I mean, your humanness.
Thank you.
Your
Yeah.
inferior human race.
Well, I understand. Races like yours, you're not really able to recognize other races clearly. I mean, so that's fine.
He's not undead. He's just really lazy.
I am down a hit point, which, Chris, I've.
Oh, you
never
got to use the
noted-
spider for that.
Well, one whole hit point. I think I'm gonna live. I'm gonna be cool.
Doesn't the spider do damage to you also?
No, you have to take a fortitude save.
Oh, is that what it is?
From its
Okay.
venom.
Just
and-
some emotional scarring
Yes.
from having that thing crawling all over you.
It was the needler pistol. That's right. The needle.
Oh, how are
needler
my?
thing.
How are the phantom hit points? The ones that I can rest. I actually can't tell that on the screen easily.
So the way this works is, and I have the totals here. When you take phantom hit points from heat damage, you can't heal that. Ever. The only way you can heal that is you actually have to put on your environmental suit and get cool. And cool
I
yourself
can't take
down.
a 10-minute rest.
No, you cannot.
And I'm seeing I am out of stamina points. Yeah.
Yes.
I like how
It's-
everyone
so is
joined my
Hirogi.
crazy jungle fever and.
No, not everybody did that. Cheddar and Mo are still
I
there.
didn't.
Oh,
yeah.
right, because you guys have extra suits. And
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it must be nice.
We have real armor.
Hirogi took 14 points of stamina damage of heat damage, and Rusty took 13 points of heat damage. So if you do heal, you will not heal those points back if you take a 10-minute rest. So if you take a 10-minute rest, you will not heal back any of that until you actually put your suit back on.
God, this must be just the most crazy environment ever. I'm putting my suit back on, and I'm pumping up the AC. Let's make it nice.
Okay, there you go. He's like, all right, I proved my point. I proved my manliness.
Exactly. Every day I learned something new. Today I learned how to stay cool.
Okay, you crank up the AC. Do you take your 10-minute rest?
Yeah, hell yeah. Crank it up. Take the 10-minute rest.
Okay, you're
I
nice
wish
and
I could
cool.
smoke inside the suit.
Well, we only have 1 hour of above ground travel today, right?
No, it's
Is it
12
12
hours, and you've done 7.
Okay. I'm willing to go a little longer, but then my armor also has 1 day less than the rest of yours does as utility.
That's exactly right. Don't be looking for my light armor.
Well, when mine runs out.
You're already cold-blooded, no?
No, that's lizards. Here, look at Mo. That's what cold-blooded looks like.
Mo's in air conditioning right now. You don't need to. There's nothing to see. He's in.
Also, I'm
full
not
suit.
sure about space mice. They might not be hot-blooded.
I'm looking. Mo took a little bit of stamina damage. Tuttle took nothing.
I don't see that.
You took
Where's
a little
that at?
bit. Yeah, you have 16 out of 24 stamina.
Okay, yeah, I see. You're right.
Took
You're right.
a little bit.
I'm not gonna. Well, sure. Why not? I'll use some.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have 6 resolve points.
Yeah, I know. Flexes. Ooh, so strong.
Okay, so all we have left is Rusty. He's the only one who's being sauna-like. You have to decide what you're going to do.
I'm fine. As I said, I'm going the rest of the day.
You got it.
5 more hours. Here's the thing. My armor has 1 day less than everybody else's. So let me get out of the way now. I already took 7 hours of pain. So let's finish it up.
You got it. All right. What else are you going to do?
I'm sure if I get down to 1 hit point in real time that, somebody will save me. They'll dive forward and risk themselves to actually save my life.
I'm actually looking up the rules for carrying another character.
Ha!
Because I'm not hot. I'm not hot. So those rules, they don't apply to Mo. They don't apply to Mo.
Wait, what doesn't apply to Mo?
Carrying capacity. I mean, I do have some. I don't know what the weight is for another character, though.
Why, are you going to drag him around when he dies?
No. Like when he's alive. Like he can ride me like a big elephant,
It doesn't matter. It's the heat. It's not the actual walking. He's still going to take damage.
Oh, it's not the exertion? Oh, it's just the heat.
Dry heat.
Okay.
Because it's like 100 degrees with 100% humidity. You're just in the heat. It's just, yeah.
Okay, so it's not
John,
exertion.
have you ever been to a tropical rainforest? It's very unpleasant.
Oh, many times. You just don't
All
do
right.
anything. It's actually not so bad because you're in the shade. It's
do you
probably hotter than
perspire?
100.
Are you lizard-like in real life? Not Mo. I mean you. Do you not?
I like it when
perspire?
it's hot. I've been all over tropical
All right.
environments.
What else you guys doing? What else?
We're moving on.
Moving on.
Okay.
We did search everything thoroughly, yes?
No, of course not.
We search everything thoroughly.
Let's do that. Let's Greyhawk it.
It's
Oh, well,
it's a
there you
plant.
go.
I want to search the body that was blown up by somebody.
Okay, so that's the first thing I was going to say, is that her body is in pieces. So how do you want to handle this? And how do you want to handle
We'll do a
this before I say
standard
it?
grid search.
Okay. Give me... Who's looking at her?
Yes,
Who's
the
searching
grid search.
her?
All right. No. Let somebody who has armor and... you have armor on now?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Give me a perception check.
Mo's going to help. He's going to give you a perception check. 14. And a 2 from Hirogi.
Wow, you seem to really like rolling 2s. You get a 12. That's still good enough. You manage to see her chest and abdomen are alien exploded, like something came out of them. And it looks like,
Okay.
something came
Ew.
out. And you see what appears to be little Carricks, like the thing you just fought. And let's see how many of them there were. You see 15 of them that were crawling around on her flesh and out of her abdomen. They're all dead now, however.
Oh, it's unfortunate they ran into a goblin grenade.
But that could have been you. If you were lucky enough, you too could have been infected by the alien-like parasite.
You know what? Hiroji always makes the right moves, even when he's wrong.
Well, I was
Well,
about to say
uh,
that should be on a T-shirt. There you go. Hirogi always makes the right moves.
I'm always right, even when I'm wrong.
Yes.
Okay, she was wearing Lashunta Ringwear Mark 1. It is worthless now because someone exploded it with a grenade.
Has a big hole in it.
Yeah, it's got a big hole in it. However, she must have had some gear, so are you going to actually rummage through the exploding blood and guts covered with spores and dead creatures? Yes
Mo?
or no?
Waylos.
Mo,
We need some help over here.
Mo will do it.
yeah. Wayless also would be a good choice.
Another
we were
person.
both thinking similar thoughts here.
I mean, yeah, handling the dead is
Staff work.
that's untouchable. It's an untouchable work. I'm not an untouchable.
Untouchable. Oh my God.
I'm the low cast here. Do you want a perception check, Steve?
Yes. Give me a perception check, Mo.
He rolls a 5. Nothing over here, guys.
No, you could take a 20 if you want. If you really
all right.
want to be
Well,
thorough.
yeah, I'll always do that. And
That's a 21.
21. You managed to rummage through the guts and nastiness.
Yeah.
And you managed to find... Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
You managed to find a grenade, a gun, some shells, some rations, and a cred stick.
Ooh, how much is on the cred stick?
400 credits on the gore-encrusted cred stick.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay. I know everything military, so you might as well just tell me what the grenade and the gun is.
Okay, you wipe off the viscera and the grenade. You find one, and then you also find like one underneath her, and then you find one that was lodged in her abdomen from the blast. They seem to be more or less intact. You find 2 shock grenades, Mark 1.
Nice. Who wants shock grenades?
You find 2 weeks of field rations, although I don't know if you want to eat those now. And you find a utility scatter gun.
Ooh.
Really? Now that's intriguing.
That is a 2-handed long arm. A scatter gun is basically a shotgun.
Yeah,
It shoots in a cone up to 15 feet away, does 1d4 damage, but can hit everything in the cone. But you have to be proficient in long arm.
Yeah, that means me.
My new character is proficient in that.
That's nice.
My paladin. No one likes the paladin.
Nobody likes paladins. Smug, stuck up.
Do we have shells for that?
Yeah, you
scatter
dig
gun?
around and there's 25 scattergun shells on the
Okay,
body.
yeah. Because that's the capacity. Okay, not the usage. Okay.
Yeah, it can hold 4 shells at a time.
Hmm.
Now, it only can go up to a range of 15 feet. It can only be used for close encounters.
Yeah,
I
that
heard that.
should not be a long arm. My melee is 10 feet. So, guys, this is a club. to
No,
me.
but it's a cone. Like if you had like a bunch of guys in front
Yeah.
of you, they'd all take that damage.
No. It's if they're bunched up together, I'm going to cleave them. So, yeah.
I mean, you're understanding a cone is 5, 10, 15. So it's like it goes 15
Dude,
feet,
it's-
and then
it's-
everything within that 15 feet in front of you gets
All
hit by
right.
it.
Do you want it? I mean,
I can't. You know what?
okay.
I may want that. Even though
You may.
I'm not proficient.
I'm not.
I
afraid
find myself
of
wondering if Cheddar could use it.
Oh, it'd be awesome if Cheddar could use it.
long arm.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have long arm proficiency.
Cheddar doesn't have enough grips. Because
Yeah, he doesn't have enough
has-
arms. He would need enough.
Well, because now all of his weapons are integrated. So that's the only
know what?
downside of him now.
We'll give it to Pencil Neck over there. He can carry it. That'll be his
Sorry,
weapon.
what?
Wayless.
Actually, that's not a bad idea because it is like a stupid guy's weapon that if he needs to, in an emergency, blow
Yeah.
something away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll show him how to rock and roll.
Is he allowed to carry weapons? You mean Wayless? I don't think he's allowed to carry weapons. Is he?
He's just not proficient.
Well, but I don't think he wants to be in combat.
But the penalty for proficiency is only like minus
-4.
He's gonna end up shooting us at some point.
Well, he's
Yeah,
got a
that's
chance
almost
of
by
guaranteed.
accident.
he's got a sporting chance of rolling a 20, just like anyone else. So
All right.
Yeah, it's a -4. I mean, you guys can use it, just a -4. Although, if you use it in the cone shape and hit more than one person, you do get a -2 to the attack. But you hit everyone if you hit. So, there. So it could be a -6.
I'm almost tempted to take it on that, but let's hand it to Wayless for now. I may have to actually take proficiency in long arms at some point.
Yeah,
The long arms
they're
list
all
I
gonna
look-
be like that.
They're pretty good, especially
Yeah.
for an envoy. They're actually pretty good.
Well, my class isn't much of a combat class, so anything that could actually increase utility might be a good idea.
If Tuttle tried to use it, it'd probably be like the kind of like trope of he shoots it and he goes flying backwards.
And he makes like cool R2D2 noises. I pitched wine.
Are you guys done? That's all you seem to. You also look around, but it looks like you think you found everything from the blast.
And what about that plant thing? We can check that thing out.
Yes, the plant
It's-
seems to be a plant.
Right.
Well,
I
it eats
trust-
things, but it eats things though.
Yes, it has plant-like plantness inside its plant.
I wouldn't mind holding on to a shock grenade if no one minds.
Take them. I don't want.
I have one already.
All right,
Grenades
I'll take a shock grenade. I'm so loving grenades, but I am not proficient. But I want to learn.
just take two of
You
them.
do
Just
not
take both
need
of
to
them.
be proficient.
Okay, I can set them up with a detonator at some point.
So wait, are you inventing landmines?
Yeah,
Actually, Steve, Mo will take the other one just to divvy it up.
yeah. Take the other one.
I think that's everything. Credits go to the kitty.
How many stamina points am I looking at?
I'm at 0, but apparently
You
I
have-
can't heal them.
You
so-
have 3. Oh, stamina points? I thought you meant resolve. You're full. You're at 21.
We rested.
Wait, but some of his stamina damage was heat damage.
He put on the AC,
Right.
and then he rested.
There you go.
So now
Got
he
it.
gets it back.
So I'm like in really good shape right now.
Yeah.
That's how I do. That's how I roll.
All right, we travel for the next 5 hours and fall asleep. No reason for me to do any more fortitude checks. So let's go.
Got
Fortitude check. Fortitude
Yeah.
check. Here we go.
Well, wait. Our tent has air conditioning.
Yeah,
when
but
we
then
camp tonight, that's correct. We're gonna do
right.
that.
That's correct.
You know what? You know what else I discovered in the book while cruising through it? You can buy what they call a space suit for really cheap credits that acts like armor, but has no armor value, and gives you all the benefits of being air conditioned and stuff like that for like 50
Oh,
credits.
yeah, that's right.
You can buy those
All right.
for like 50 credits.
That's
Like, we bought a bunch of
we,
those.
we had those. We
I know.
actually had those. We found those, and we
Too
just
late.
went. Yeah,
Fortitude
it's in
save.
our ship.
You took 1 point
All
of
right.
damage.
Yeah, I
Rusty.
know. Next one
Yep.
gets harder over the course of the day, right?
Yeah.
I like
We're
this.
Rusty,
nine-
I
we're
love
9
your
hours.
endurance.
Oof, that hurts. 9 hours. I
10.
got 3 more hours
Here we
to
go,
do,
10.
and then I'll just have to heal at the end of the
Hour
day.
10.
That's fine.
Yeah, hour
Rusty,
10.
I
Do
agree
another
with you.
fortitude
I was
save.
the one who first implemented the
Six.
non-air conditioning
Yeah.
idea.
Oof, the rolls are getting more and more
3
annoying.
damage, 4
2
damage.
more
1
hours. I can
damage,
do that
2
without
more.
dying.
Hour 11.
You can do it.
Keep it
6.
up. There's
Wow.
no way I'm going to make the last saves anyway, unless I roll a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, good
4
lord.
damage. Knock him down.
Yeah,
Knock him
here
down.
we go.
34. All right.
You're like, you're walking through, you're like, I'm okay, guys. Really? It looks like he's
Oh,
got
yeah, I
heat
can
stroke,
barely
he's
see.
sunburned.
Right. Okay, an hour
Okay,
left. and I
last
have 9
one.
hit points. So let's go.
Yeah, the fort save is only 26. You can make that, right? Oh, you get a 4.
I have not rolled over a 6 in the last 5
Yeah, I
rolls.
rolled over a 4. I don't
Yeah,
think.
his rolls. Let's go over his
I
rolls.
think your
2,
dice are
4,
broken.
4, 13,
Well, as I get
11.
more delirious, it's harder and harder to roll. The last time I
Okay.
rolled an orange and I was confused, the number didn't come up 20.
Yeah.
You guys make it. The sun is finally setting. It's not quite as hot. Rusty is in bad shape. How many hit points do you have left, Rusty?
I appeared at a 7.
7. 7
All
hit
right.
points left. No stamina
I
points.
walk over to Rusty and I stand really close into his personal space, and
Ah!
and,
Monster.
and he's all heat stroked and whatnot. And what I did is like I opened up my mask and allow the coolness of my suit to flow out onto his face. I'm like, enjoy this, enjoy the coolness.
Are you blowing in my face like a dog?
No, no,
Yeah, it's like the benevolent version of blowing your cigarette smoke in his face.
That's right.
exactly.
I don't think it's benevolent, actually.
All right,
Maybe this will cool you down, Lo.
we set up the tent. We camp out for the night. I rest for 10 minutes to get my stamina back. And then may I please have the spider for some healing?
Yes, but can't you? Oh, you can't heal that, right?
No, some of it's real damage.
Like 1 hit point, though, right?
Oh, whatever, I'm going to get healed.
That's all meat damage. That's like
No, he took hit point damage.
Yeah, I had like
Yeah, it's
15
real
points
real
of real
damage.
damage.
Yeah, he has
15
real damage.
points of real damage.
we might
Yeah,
just
spider, yeah.
Yeah,
Join
we
the
might
spider.
find some spacesuits on the way or something. This is crazy.
Well, we got to kill someone and find someone to. Yeah. Eventually, we get out here too long, we're all going to die.
All right, in the meantime, I did the 10-minute rest at least. Right, Steve?
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
I just already
Okay,
did.
Spider, how does that work? I wasn't really paying attention.
Just
when
roll
it was happening.
2d8.
2d8 to heal.
2d8?
Puts the
8
spider on
points
you.
back.
Walks around on your chest, your back, your head. Starts stitching you up. Starts injecting you with fluids. And heals you a minor 8 points.
When I rest overnight, how much can I expect healing? I am 3rd level now.
3
3 points more?
We do have the advanced med kit, too.
Well, here's the thing. You have to also give me a fort save, because now we see if the side effects of the spider give you impotence.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay, well, my last several rolls were no higher than a 4, so I'm sure it'll go well now.
Of course.
18!
18! No
There it
side
is.
effects.
Excellent.
Wow.
And I'm
Lucky.
going to I'm going to inject myself with a Mark 1 serum.
From the kitty.
I have one of my own. I'll use that one.
Yeah. all right.
From the kitty. That's
Use
right.
it
The
for
ones
the
on
kitty,
me.
yeah.
Are
Yeah, it's
gone.
better because if you're off in the running away,
Right.
you may
Yeah.
So I'll take one from the kitty, and that's D6 or D8.
D8.
DA.
And I'm at full.
7. Nice.
Well, that worked out.
That did work out. Good job, everyone. Everyone's fully healed.
We should, Rusty. What's your thoughts on going without suit tomorrow?
I don't think I'll do it tomorrow, but maybe the day after.
Wait a minute. I got an extra suit. Why don't you just put on heavy armor and just suck it up?
Because I'll move at half speed, and we won't
True.
go as far.
And you guys only go as fast as the slowest person.
Well, all right.
There is the he can catch up philosophy.
That's fine. It's one of those things
Just
of
split the
all of our
party.
suits are going to run out eventually. I was just trying to take a day of stretching mine out of it.
It's
I
just
can't wait till I cut off my pant leg of my suit and wear it around my head like a bandana.
Excellent. That'd be cool. Now, how many days growth of beard do I have at this point? Do I still look charisma 20? I just want to check.
Yeah,
Rugged?
Eaxian, I don't know if we have cell growth. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was concerned about me. I'm looking in the mirror. I want to keep it that rugged Indiana Jones look where I look slightly unshaven, but somehow I shaved my neck.
Does anyone look at him?
Yes, I look at him.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, God.
You opened up this can of worms.
I'm scared now.
20.
Jesus.
Here's the scary part. Considering how much damage he took, Rusty looks perfectly groomed. In fact, his hair looks perfect. His face looks perfect. It looks like he just came out of a salon. He should look like crap after going through the jungle for 12 hours, but he looks no different than if he was going out to a 5-star restaurant.
Oh, I thought this was going to be something bad. That's great.
I feel as though this could be technology at work here because I have a certain thing on my belt that allows me to, and I actually check that.
no.
I make sure that I have my holographic belt thing that allows me to appear different.
Yes. Well, not the one that appears different or the one that allows you to holographic clone?
No. There's the holographic clone is my innate ability, but there is an item I have that is I thought it was a belt slot thing that allows you to like disguise self. It's a
Oh, right. Which one was that?
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. Let me see. It's called holographic something. Hollow skin.
Mo is going to throw a small stone at Rusty.
Oh, yeah. You still have a hollow skin.
I still have my hollow skin, right?
Yes, a projector that's mounted on your belt or arm, and that you can project a different type of appearance for using. But you have to actually actively use disguise to do that.
Right. So I actually will physically interact with Rusty. I will
Hey,
know,
get away from me. What are you doing?
clap
Hey,
him on the shoulder.
This
I'm like,
monster is
hey.
attacking me. This monster is attacking me.
I
Help.
was trying to hit you. What are you trying to do? Unarmed
Get
strike?
away.
Throwing a rock
get
at
away.
him. I'm throwing a small rock at him.
You hit him.
Oh, good. Nothing to do damage. Okay. And it bounced off him, right? It didn't go through him.
You got 3
Hey,
points of damage, man.
hey.
No, I didn't do 3
the
points
hell?
of damage.
Wait, I
Yes,
checked the
it
mirrors.
did.
My hair's still
No,
all right?
I'm not throwing. I throw a little rock, not like something I'm gonna club them over the head with.
Those things
okay.
can scratch.
It's
Come on,
okay.
man. Not the face.
throw a boulder
Do
at it.
not
You know the
throw it at
rocks
the
that you
face.
throw at the girlfriend's
pebble, like a
window.
pebble.
Yeah,
What
the
can you
pebble.
say? You
The
have
pebble.
really good aim. You hit him like right in the eye. 3 points of damage,
Hey,
man.
what can I say? I'm a good shot. What am I gonna say?
Exactly.
He's dead on the floor. Spider. Thank you. You killed
Next
him.
time
Yes.
that hat on your head is getting tossed off a cliff. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so I actually physically interact with Rusty to see if he's got if
Get
he's
away,
a,
get
if
away,
he's a
get away,
hologram.
get away.
I know he doesn't
Leave
like
off.
it, but
Look,
I do
look.
do that.
Leave off. No, I resist his touch.
Is that a bad touch or a good touch?
Well, but you are going to get touched, your hands, your face, a little bit.
I can dodge. I have dexterity. You'll have to roll an
I
attack.
can find a big rock, you know.
He looks and feels normal.
All right, Rusty, you're okay. You're okay in my book.
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty alien.
I understand.
Are we going to have HR conduct a symposium here?
Look, I'm not saying it's a problem. I just don't like his kind touching me. All right, that's all I'm saying.
This I understand.
Look at those antennas. He wanted to rub them all over me. It was weird.
Oh, he didn't say what he was touching you with.
Well, what are antennas for? But
Right. It was obviously my antennas. You know, that's obvious. Like I shouldn't even have to tell you that. It goes without saying. So, yes. All right. I bed down for the night. I'm done. I'm
Yes,
convinced that Rusty is human. I have no
Rusty
problem with it.
feels human. It's not like, holographic. It could be like a bowl of Jell-O, and it looks like a human, and then you touch it and you feel a bowl of Jell-O.
I have no problem with that. As far as I'm concerned, proof asked and answered. We're done. No more
Yeah,
investigation.
I think Rusty's the honorary member of our group. That's what he is now.
wait, what is? Excuse me, Mo. I am your captain. I think you keep forgetting.
Yep, Hirogi made a 7 on his will save. Yep, Rusty looks completely human.
I have no problem with that. I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
I
Mo
am
doesn't
totally
care.
human.
I need air conditioning, and I'm ready to go.
Excuse me one moment. I'm adding D6 to that. I mentioned that I am totally and completely human. Bluff of 32.
I am. Actually, you're not even a human. You're Aslanti. You're like a superior human.
I'm glad that you've picked up on that.
You're Adam Warlock.
You're from Asgard.
Yes, I am
Exactly.
Adam Warlock. I am the ultimate man, the perfect perfection.
Seriously, yeah, there you go. Anyhow, any other shenanigans that anyone else wants to do on Rusty?
I already went to sleep. I got creeped out by everybody touching me.
Yeah, no shenanigans.
I was getting a little handsy over there, and now I'm satisfied. I was satisfied.
A little antennae, a little tentacly.
Wow, this is I can't change how I am. I have antennae. That's how I do.
Oh, that does remind me, Warlas. We're gonna want breakfast sharply at dawn. I'd like a 3-minute egg and some potatoes, but don't overcook them like you did yesterday. A little spice would be nice too.
Oh, who are you kidding? You don't eat.
He eats. He just doesn't eat organic food though.
You might eat brain.
He'll have grubs. He'll have grubs for breakfast.
We can find some monkey brains, maybe.
Well, if you're lucky, maybe you two can visit the fleshwork factories in Eox, where they keep all the ghouls happily fed.
You know what? I prefer not. So many other worlds like
Fleshworks.
So we sleep through the night.
We sleep through the night. We wake up in the morning.
It's like Carnegie's saying, his heart is in the work. Only Jason got that one.
All right.
Carnegie Mellon.
Yep.
Okay, so next
You wake
day-
up. Nothing happened over the night. You have cheddar. Those spider monkey stingbat things are still following you, by the way. They're just hanging out and watching you. You guys wake up.
Wayless.
You have a nice pot of coffee. He's got the eggs perfectly seasoned. They're blue, but they taste great.
Wayless, you've been keeping track of how far we've traveled and how far we have to go, haven't you?
Oh yes, sir. I have detailed notes, and he pulls out like all these papers that are sort of crumpled and been shoveled in his backpack. But there's scribbles all over them. But he seems to understand what he wrote. Yes,
All
yes. I look at this. Yes, you have traveled 48 miles so far, and we are on day 6 of this journey. It's been quite
Nice.
exciting, quite exciting.
Yeah,
It's going to make a very good paper.
We are machines.
Yeah.
So
I
we have
wish
not.
I
we
had
have
a
not-
motorcycle.
We have not yet found the Plague Warden, the massive stone figure of a reclining elven form, right?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, yes, you did find those diseases and the horrible thing that exploded, but other than that, no, I don't think you saw a warden of plague unless we missed it.
You know what? Are those rations that we found? Are those spoiled? By the way.
You left those behind. I said that they look nasty.
Well, they could be nasty, but I mean, were they spoiled though?
Don't
I
know
think
either.
they were wholesome, actually.
They're
Well, I'm
gone.
thinking of feeding them to the monkeys. Like,
Well, they're gone.
Well, luckily we haven't seen those in a while, but that's not a bad idea. But those,
they're following us.
They're following you, but at a distance, and they're just making noises. But they're
Well, I'm
keeping.
not going to feed them by hand. I'm just going to
Yeah.
like scatter the ground.
we
so
asserted
they-
our dominance, though. We're dominant. Like they're not going to.
I think they're intelligent, though. We should make them our
God,
friends.
I hope so, because I would like to eat their brains and gain more intelligence and have trophy.
They're actually magic. They're magical beasts. They actually were intelligent.
Yeah. You guys attacked too early.
Anyhow,
No.
day 6. It's gonna be a hot one today. What you gonna do?
Suit is on today.
All right, suit's on today. Tomorrow it's
Okay.
off.
Now you have to tell me: are you gonna do it the hard way and try to follow them using your own navigational skills and get 12 miles today, or the easy way and only do 9 miles today?
No. We want the easy way. We want the
No.
quicker way and the cheaper way.
None of those are the same way. We want to go as far as possible along this path as we can. 12
We
miles.
want to make the roll. We want to do that.
All right. Well,
It's easy for me to
survival-
say. I have no survival skill. I can't help the roll.
I say the hard way.
But you guys have to assist me and roll above a 10.
The only one who can assist you is Tuttle.
I assist you
All right.
with my thoughts and support.
Prayers. Can you say the word prayers?
I'm sorry, it's survival.
Yes.
Survival.
All right, I'm rolling to assist. I don't recall having good luck with this, but we'll give it a shot.
I think you got us lost yesterday.
And yeah, good luck continues. I clearly do not assist.
What'd you roll there?
A 2.
That would be a 2 that jumps up to a 5. That was a fine roll.
Yeah, so that's not an assist.
Tuttle's having a lot of trouble trying to figure out where to go. He's really good at academia.
I get to make my roll. That's
True,
just the assist
but-
roll.
I know the assist, but he I hate to say it, Tuttle, the stereotypes are correct. Yoshi cannot read a map.
Ha!
I'm sorry.
Tuttle's mistaken the cover of Zon's book for the actual map, and he's just like, oh, where do we go here?
But I'll roll my survival because, you know what? I actually do know where I'm going.
Okay, Mr. Native. Ooh, he gets a 16. And because you had Zon's original notes, that gives you a +2, which is an 18, which is the magic number.
That's what we need.
So you made it.
All right.
Yeah,
Ding,
see, that's,
ding,
you know,
ding.
I kind of know what I'm doing.
Well,
Kind of a big deal.
yeah.
A kind of a big deal.
Mm.
Okay, so you managed to trudge through the jungle. It's starting to change a little bit, and it's starting to sort of change in terms of the terrain. It's a little bit more rocky now, and it's still jungly, and hot. But it's sort of you're getting closer to sort of a base of a mountain, and there's like a mountain range you've been walking towards, and you can start seeing small signs of it changing into more of a rocky area. You don't encounter anything. I mean, the monkeys actually stop following you, by the way. Once you sort of change elevation, they are no longer following you. And you managed to successfully go now another 12 miles. So you're now 60 miles in on your journey.
Well, this was the day I should have gone, skinless. All right. Well,
That's good. That's good. We had a good day.
We had a great day.
yeah,
A
but
good day.
it's a no encounter day, though. That's when you
We're
want the armor
gonna
off.
do the same
All right.
thing tomorrow.
And I'm taking the armor off tomorrow.
Me too. I'm actually, you know what? It's kind of
guys.
risky for both of us to take the armor off, but I was planning on doing that too.
So
Don't worry, Mo will charge right at anything that's a problem.
we're gonna find bodies along the way. You know that we're going to find we're following 15 or 24 individuals. They're gonna die, and we're gonna fight the things that they die to. But that's metagaming. So go ahead, go naked.
Although, as I think about it, there is an argument for keep it off until I run out of stamina point damage, then put it back on the rest of the day. No, I'll just leave it off for now.
I mean, if any of those guys straggle that we're following, there you go. That's a good thing.
I'm going to keep mine on today. You know what, Mo? You convinced me. You're right. You know what? When you're right, you're right. When you have, when you can convince like that,
I should have named my character Cassandra.
Yeah. You made a cogent point,
A cogent argument.
yeah.
But I'm feeling like I might want to take a day with no armor just to.
I know. You know what? I'm with you. We got to.
It's like herding cats over here. It's like herding
I
cats.
can send Cheddar into the breach to protect me. So I'm going to take a day with no armor.
I'm taking a day with no armor, and my argument is I heard the words Mo made a cogent point, and I immediately did the opposite.
Exactly.
So who's going naked today?
Me.
Also, I'll go. I refuse to dignify that by saying I'm going naked.
Right, because there should be some kind of loincloth.
Al fresco.
I mean, even like brie cheese has a rind. You could use that for covering of sorts.
Okie dokie. I have you guys down here. So you once again have your beautiful breakfast. Once again, Wayless. I'll roll to see if he actually messes up the breakfast or not.
Yeah.
No, he does a okay job with breakfast. Nothing special, but nothing burnt. And he actually does find some strange tubers, but they do add a little bit of spice to everything, which is nice.
This French toast is a little burned on the one side. You need to flip it at the exact same point, but
You might need him to redo it. I mean, I'd actually send it back and have him redo it.
no, I'll eat it. We're out of civilization, but I'm very good.
I'm so sorry, so sorry, sir. I'm doing my best out here. I mean, we are in the middle of nowhere, like in one of the most dangerous places in the entire world. But other than that, yes, I'll make sure your French toast and your orange juice is freshly squeezed every morning. Yes, sir.
Now just pack up all of our things so we can go. That's fine. Just
Oh, don't worry. And I'll just eat while I'm packing.
Yes, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about his needs.
Oh, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. If
Those sound like
worse,
excuses to me.
I can just like leech off of your.
Well, I do whisper into his ear. I'm like, look, do you have any healing? Mark 1 healing ampules on you? No, or yes or no?
Oh, no, sir. No. You did heal me once with the spider.
All right, take this one, and if any one of us is in trouble, give it to me.
So if someone else is in trouble, I will give this to you. Yes, sir. I understand.
Only use this on me. This is only for me.
But you just said if someone else is in trouble,
No,
use it on you?
else. If someone else is in trouble, only give it to me. That doesn't matter what they're in trouble with.
Oh, I see. So if anyone else is asking, I'll see what I can do. But
right. If I'm
I
dying,
don't know if I can make that type
I
of
need
decision.
you to run over and heal me. Take this one, and may it serve us well. And I will treat you better when you get back, because these guys are,
Oh, this has been an adventure of a lifetime. I'm having so much fun. This is something only one can dream about, and I'm still alive, which is always a good sign.
Yes, well, we're happy you're having fun.
Okay. Thank you. And he starts packing up the tents and everything. So
Yes, I was wondering when that was going to happen while he was prattling on. I mean,
well, he was. Well,
I mean, no, look, I'm glad he's happy and all, but
well, Anyhow, man, I tell you, Rusty. He is boss from hell. He is. He's not something you want to work for. So.
Well, no, and good God,
that we
nobody
know.
in their right mind would want to work for Rusty. It would be a horrible thing.
You're Kevin Spacey from that movie.
The movie Swimming with Sharks comes to
mind. Swimming with Sharks. That's the one with Kevin Spacey that I saw with John, actually. I remember. That's exactly who I'm picturing. I picture you in that role.
He's like, shut up, listen, and learn. That's a great movie.
That is exactly. Anyhow, let's see some fortitude saves with Tuttle.
Actually, wait a minute. Before we get into that, I might rules lawyer this. What do you say? How do you think your speed reduces to half wearing heavy
Well,
armor.
from 30 to 20, it's not half. It's 10 less if I am wearing heavy armor. Isn't that correct, Steve?
It's 5. The speed adjustment for the Washuna ringwear is only 5 foot.
But if you're not proficient, it might be worse.
No, it's not. The only difference in if you're not proficient is you have a -4 to your armor class.
Okay.
Really? So I can wear it, but I have
there's
-4.
no.
You would go a little
movements.
slower. Yeah, there is a movement because
5 foot.
Yeah, so it's 25 instead of 30. I'm saying.
if you go 25, you will not do 12 miles. Instead, you will only do like 10
well,
miles.
9. But,
Or
yeah.
9, yeah.
Well,
That's what
maybe
happens.
10. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll do the math. I'm doing it off the top of my head. I
Yeah,
think it's
because
10.
this is we've got an extra suit that you guys should just be using. I mean,
Well, it'd be 10 miles
we're
instead
hoping
of
that we
12.
get to a place where we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. Like,
we don't need
They
that.
just
though.
run
We
us
got an
into our
extra
deaths.
suit. We're
They
carrying
run us
an
into
extra
our-
suit.
They run us into our deaths of fatigue in the jungle, then so be it. But you know what? I'm gonna go buck naked tomorrow.
It's a good point, though, John. And we'll keep it in. Let's do it after today.
But I mean, we're using all our goddamn healing serums on this bullshit.
No,
this
we've
is
used
not
2
even
healing
combat.
serums, so it's fine.
Relax. It's part of the
All
adventure.
right, I'll go back. To
It's
sleep.
part
No,
of the
actually,
fun.
John, I'm not like saying go away, kid. No, actually, your math is good, but at the same time, let's push on a little bit. But I think as we get closer to it, we're not going to ever want to be heat stroke.
John is
So-
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Mo is absolutely right. The like using it in taking like heat damage and stuff is a complete waste. It is absolutely completely a waste. Like we should not have to ever use it for other than combat damage, and we should almost just wear our suits until we run out of them, and then just let fate deal with us at that point.
I want to still have my armor working basically the final day when we get to the mountaintop. That's all. So
Yeah,
So I'm trying to make sure
we
that it's
kind of
still
know
functional
when
till
the
then.
day is going to happen, but like we can get lost and stuff.
Right.
We could just get lost in the jungle forever and die.
We also, and I know this is a shock, have to go back all this way.
Yeah, you actually do.
I know a guy.
Do
and
you?
His name is Scotty, and he'll beam my shit up.
Well, with that being said, Mr. Tuttle and Mr. Rusty, do you want to make your fortitude saves for the first hour of the adventure?
Oh, yes, I very much want to.
Sure thing.
Tuttle gets a 19. He's totally
had a-
fine. Rusty
I
gets
just,
a
had
12.
I just had a Star Trek profound thought that I didn't think of before. But I never thought of it before, but I just thought about it. Do you want to hear my profound thought of Star
I
Trek?
can't wait.
That's an open question. I'm not
I
sure if
can't
I do.
wait to hear your
All right,
profound
in the
thought.
beaming process, you notice how in Star Trek original series, there's never any bathrooms ever. There's no bathrooms. There's no mention. There's never any thought of that.
Are you
I
saying
think
they
every
just
time they
beam?
beam, they could
Yes.
actually beam all of the offensive matter out of your body, including your bladder and your your poo. They could beam that out into space every time you transport. Like it's just an automatic feature. It's like, we're doing a scan. We're going to clear you of all contaminants, and that counts as a contaminant.
Steve, I have to do a will save against Chris's theory.
Could that also replace like showering? They beam all the dirt, beam you out, and beam you back in, and all the dirt goes away.
They have sonic shower, which I don't think is going to get you clean enough. I don't think sonic shower can get you clean enough. I'm not sure about that, but they do talk about sonic shower.
You
But
see
yeah,
it in Enterprise. They used it once.
they did.
Yeah, it was. They had Voyager, not Enterprise. Voyager. They used the sonic shower with Blanes Torres when she got. That was a good episode. That's when she was on the ship with the radiation and she was like all gross, and then she goes in and gets all pretty.
Well, sonic shower is a standard thing that they have. That's their shower. It's a sonic
Yeah,
shower. It's not
of course.
It's not a water shower
I know.
ever.
I know.
But beaming, I think transport technology is safe enough. They could do that. They could just beam that crap out of my body. Like, oh yeah, let's do that.
Well, that's what you do. You don't even go to the bathroom anymore. You just press a button and it all comes out of you.
You know what? I'm gonna. That's canon for me for TOS. That's canon.
Maybe they're going to add that to Starfinder. That's a new thing. It's like you're wearing the Aeon Stone spindle. You don't have to eat. I'm going to make sure you guys find the Aeon Stone that you don't have to go to the bathroom anymore. How about that?
That is true.
Great. Thank you.
Is that going to be the brown Aeon stone?
The dun.
Ah,
And you'll also have to find the yellow one to make the set.
All right.
Now with that,
Yeah.
give me another fortitude save for hour number 2. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I started
Oh.
the day horribly.
You started the day
not
horribly. It was nice
Hirogi,
and hot.
not Hirogi.
Doing better.
Oh, that's a
Rusty,
good roll.
natural 20, 42, 22. Totally
So I
fine.
need that at the end of the day when the saves are higher.
Tuttle,
You know what? You're going to complain about that?
Not really.
you gotta save every hour, Tuttle. 11 does not cut it. You take 4 points of damage, Tuttle.
Wait, why did you give me 4 damage?
Whoops.
Thank you.
Sorry, Tuttle only takes 2 points of damage. I made a mistake. So, while you guys are trekking through the jungle and you're really, really hot, suddenly something happens. Give me a perception check, everyone. Mo gets a 9.
Ugh.
Roji gets a 19.
1 sec.
Tuttle gets a 25. And Rusty
I
gets
rolled
a
a 1.
1 for a 7.
Where am I?
Rusty always rolls a 1.
If you turned off that hologram generator, you'd know.
Tuttle notices something.
Exactly.
It's interfering with your
Yes,
actual
Tuttle.
senses.
Yeah, I can't see anything except how beautiful I look.
You notice something, Tuttle. You notice that it's strangely quiet. All the sounds of the forest, all the monkeys and birds and oh so many sounds suddenly goes quiet. What do you do?
It's like that Bjork song. It's oh so quiet.
I like Bjork.
I will whisper. Do you notice how quiet it got?
I put on my armor.
Actually, I'll yell, guys, do you notice how quiet it got?
I put on my armor.
As you're putting on
Yeah, I
your
should probably do
armor,
that too, if I can.
I do it
As
hastily.
you hastily put on your armor. You notice also, while you're hastily putting on your armor, Hirogi notices that it looks like some of those monkeys and other creatures are wrapping themselves up inside of petals, practically disappearing from sight. You also notice some fluffy pink clouds floating gently above the trees.
They're making Monkey Voltron.
What do you do?
Mo is running into a bush or cover if there is.
All right, so this is our thingy over here. This is our map.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to draw, as I'm moving, I'm drawing my arc pistol, and I'm going to stealth.
Okay. You do that. You can give me a roll.
It's the
if you
first
like.
time an operative has stealth in this entire adventure. You should note that. Hirogi
Well, I still got to see what your roll is.
was a master of stealth.
You're 5 foot away from a Vesk.
Who is
In
never,
power armor.
I'm not.
In heavy armor.
Yeah, they noticed you. They don't notice me.
All right.
Stealth like a mofo.
29.
Oh,
You
29
disappear.
for stealth. Nice.
Disappear.
Nice, Roji.
Bow.
Very nice.
Like a
What are
bow.
the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna
I-
head for, oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to head for the clump of trees immediately to my right, to the east,
Okay.
Mo is also
since it looks like people are getting under cover.
Yeah, Mo's getting ready his
Well,
artillery
Hirogi just
laser
disappeared.
out.
You're like, wow, I saw him once, and like he's now gone. Like maybe he's dead. I don't know.
Maybe it's time for a
If I have an
party.
action after the armor, I'm going to do something similar to both of them. I'm going to hide in the trees and stealth.
Okay, you can do that.
And my stealth, one moment.
Wow, Rusty, you really moved away, didn't you?
Nowhere near you.
Wow.
26 stealth.
Excellent. You also
Wow.
disappear from sight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the only stealthy one? I was too busy listening to you shouting out how stealthy you were while I was vanishing.
I didn't know we had two operatives.
2 operatives on the game board.
You guys have your armor on. You suddenly notice the wind is picking up drastically. It is suddenly getting extremely windy, and the air has turned a fluffy pink, if you will. Everything you see sort of has a pink hue to it, and the wind is whipping quite badly.
Our suits have environmental controls for outer space, right? So we don't have to inhale the air
Correct.
from outside.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a horrific windstorm.
I'm going to be lashing myself to the tree. It's the sirens.
Yeah.
Actually,
What are you going to
grabbing onto a tree is a good idea. I'm doing that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm
I would
gonna
like
do.
to see what those monkeys that were like climbing into. You said they're climbing into vegetable pods or something.
They were climbing and wrapping themselves inside petals.
Like how far away?
Oh, they're gone. They're there in the trees, like 40, 50 feet up in the trees.
Yeah, I'm putting my weapons away, and I'm Hold it.
So it looks like we're in for like a good old-fashioned barnstorming wind event.
So, are you going to do anything, or are you just going to try to hold yourselves onto the trees?
I'm going to kind of wedge myself. I'm going to try to set Cheddar up so I can kind of wedge myself between Cheddar and the tree a little bit.
Okay. You. Anyone?
I'm gonna hunker down. I'm gonna holster my pistol.
Don't you have a rope?
I do, but I shouldn't need rope though. I mean, what we got here? It's rain. I don't know what's going on.
All right.
I have looked at my goods. I do not own rope, so I am grabbing on.
I think Hirogi is the only one who has rope, and for some reason he's not using it. All right, well, I'm strong, so
I actually bought not rope. It's not. What is rope? I bought a
It's wire. Yeah.
aluminium cord.
Anyhow, you wrap yourselves around the trees, the wind starts whipping, and suddenly the air is covered with a thick pink mist. You can't see pretty much your hand in front of your face, and it is almost like a hurricane as the wind and red mist is whipping all around you. Suddenly, you all hear within your environmental suits, override, engaged, and you realize that your suits are having to work in overdrive to make sure they can continue to filter out all the contaminants and work inside the suit, and your batteries are quickly being drained by this extra expenditure to make sure it keeps you alive.
All right.
Oh no!
This is light. It'll clear up. It'll be fine.
Creedy, don't be such a baby.
This continues on for approximately 5, 10, 15 minutes, half an hour. It's still going, raging. Things are flying all over the place, covered in red pinkness. After an hour, do you do anything, or you just stick with what you were doing?
It's going on for an hour.
Is it so hard that we can't stand or walk around? Like, what is the description here?
Also, is it blowing in one direction? Is this something that will theoretically blow its way past us?
It appears to be blowing through you. It's literally a storm.
But
we
it's
heard
not.
something saying some kind of protocol, like they're fucking with us.
That was your own suit.
Yeah, it was your own
suit.
suit.
Overriding.
Your suit had to, yes, your own
That's
suit
your
is
suit.
messing with you.
You dummy.
Well, what happens is, this is what happens.
I like my suit to be not saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
I prefer my suit doesn't say that at all.
Your suit is pushing the limits to continuously keep you alive in this horrible.
All right, is this still going on?
Yeah, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, an hour's gone by, and it's still going.
No. When you say a storm, is it like a hurricane or like a thunderstorm like wind? Like, could it blow us away and, bye bye Mo, or what kind of wind?
It can definitely blow you away, like bye bye Mo. And the storm appears to be a pink mist.
Okay.
In fact, someone with life science or survival might have triggered a memory as to what this might be.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Gee, I wonder if there's anybody who.
That's me.
While you do that, I'm going to wrap the cord around Hirogi and lift him up in the air and fly him like a kite.
Awesome. Maybe I could charge my weapon with a.
Tuttle's going to go for some life science.
Tuttle knows what this is.
21 roll.
You can actually talk in your comm. You guys can still communicate. You're like,
aft incinerator.
This is one of the famous Castravellian mold storms. They're usually short-lived events in which several types of giant fungi release their spores at once. It should go on for only a few hours, but you do not want to inhale those spores. It can be quite deadly. So just hold on. Hopefully our suits won't give out.
Yeah, but our suits aren't going to give out.
Do we know what sort of life our suits would have if they're operating at maximum capacity? Would we know that?
It just sort of doubles. So instead of 1 hour, it's using 2 hours worth of battery.
That's fine.
Good thing I saved on a day a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got.
Not for nothing, Rusty. Who was the first inventor of the not wearing the suit program?
My memory doesn't go back that far. Right. 2 days.
Right.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's a great.
Was it the same person who risked their life?
I believe that was how the keeps on. Actually,
Actually, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was Dr. Tuttle gave some good medical advice. I always love everything he said.
I mean, can we give Tesla some credits? I mean, Tesla is underrated.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right.
I know.
Yeah.
Edison gets all the glory. Tesla gets all the shit with this direct current or whatever.
Thank you.
Anyhow.
Yes, you're right. You were the first one to start conserving, and I was behind. But I've embraced it, and I'm glad I did.
So Tuttle says this is light. It will clear up, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So
I waited
we
out.
waited up.
You waited out. So it's only 2 hours, so it's not too bad. And after the second hour, it starts to dissipate, and your suits go back to normal.
It was a horrific mushroom cloud that exploded.
The entire
Pretty much.
landscape is covered with fluffy tufts of pinkish spores, like a dusting of snow. Some of it's as deep as your waist.
Wow.
Wow. How would that world not be completely consumed by this
Wow.
horrific, awful...
Well,
It's your planet, man. You tell us.
yeah.
You know what? You're right.
You're like a tourist here. What's going on? I thought
Yeah,
you said
actually,
you were.
we'd like you to explain to
yeah,
us.
you're right. Yeah. Enjoy the beautiful flora and fauna.
Hey, Rusty, it's time to take off your suit now and commence traveling.
Yeah, you can make some
Hirogi,
mold angels.
As an actual resident of New Jersey, why the hell is it called a garden state? I mean, I'm looking around. It looks like crap.
Actually, so you shouldn't disparage Jersey so much, is that we actually grow a lot of crops in New Jersey, and a lot of the best tomatoes in the planet of Earth that we live on come from New Jersey.
I was drawing a parallel with our
I know.
current situation. Yeah.
I understand, but I'm just saying, enjoy Jersey tomatoes.
Yeah. The swamp
sell 'em.
tomatoes.
25-pound box, $44.95.
Oh, nice.
Shameless plug.
Anyhow.
Steve, you got to hear that.
Yes,
Don't edit that. Enjoy.
Oh, I'm not going to edit that. I'm going to put that in. Everyone knows where to find their tomatoes. Just contact Chris.
Thank you.
All right,
right.
so we get our. Do we have snowshoes?
I take my armor off once we feel safe.
Okay, well, here's
Well,
let
I
me
would
describe.
wait till we walk out of this a little bit.
Yeah.
We're walking through. We might still kick up
Yeah. We
spores.
cannot deal with
Okay.
spores. Spores are horrific. Put on your gas masks.
I'm going to go with Dr. Tuttle's suggestion.
I mean, do I need to do another life science check to verify that that's true, or
Yeah, give me another life science check, and you can figure out how long this is good for, how long
No.
it'll be good
We
for.
only got lost for a couple hours. That's basically what this is getting lost for 2 hours. It's
Well,
Tuttle gets a 12. You don't know. Maybe Hirogi knows.
I have the ability.
You also can do survival too. Hirogi gets a 11 on a survival, which is not enough, even though you're from this planet. Maybe try your
It was
survival.
good common sense. I keep my armor off until we leave the pink spores behind.
Bo's going to try to make a spore ball and hit Rusty in the faceplate with it.
Oh, there's definitely enough to do that.
Oh, it's packing.
yeah,
Good.
Hirogi, you're doing all life
I
science.
do have
okay.
life science also. So
20,
do that.
20. I was waiting for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this stuff is horrible. You know that this mold storms can clog your respiratory system and take root inside of you. So you definitely don't want to inhale this stuff. And the good news is the spore's potency usually dies out after a few hours. So you should be okay later today if you want. And it does take a few days for the mold spores to sort of dissipate. But this is a large area. I mean, it's like a snowstorm. Like, you can start walking, and you see this everywhere. Like, everything is covered in this stuff. So, and it's up to your waist. in
Does
some
Wayless
areas.
have environmental armor?
Yeah, he does. He has environmental armor.
Just checking.
Yep. No, he's been fine.
Yeah, it's the basics. It's okay.
All right, so I guess we move on. Unless you guys want to do something in this. Do you guys want to build the Sporeman?
The Sporeman. Yeah, Sporeman, Spore Angels.
do you want to build a spore, man? Sorry, I never actually saw Frozen, so I can't go any further than that. But
Hey everybody, Steven here. So those guys managed to ride out the storm. I do like environmental challenges like that. I do wish this one was a little bit harder. It was actually, in the end, kind of a minor challenge. I wish it did some more damage to them, especially because it's a mold storm that could really have messed them up, but everyone has environmental protections, so all they really need to do is just sort of sit there and ride it out. I wish it was written in such a way that it was a lot more deadly, even if they had their environmental protections on it, because who's not going to go into their spacesuit and ride out a spore storm? Of course they are. But otherwise, I thought it was a fun little encounter, and I like the concept and the flavor. As for a tip this week, it's both a GM and PC tip, and that is using PC programs to help build and manage your characters. So a couple of years ago, I was actually going to run something online, and one of the requirements I said, because I was going to get some new people, and one of the requirements I put down is that you needed to use HeroLab. And strangely, now this is for Pathfinder, I had a lot. I couldn't believe. I had dozens upon dozens of people yell at me saying that is completely not required, that you don't need HeroLab to run a Pathfinder game. And I was kind of stunned when I heard that, especially because Pathfinder is insanely complex at this point. It is so ridiculous. And I got to the point that I actually made a challenge to someone. I said, look, if you make a first level character, I absolutely guarantee that I will find no less than 2 to 3 mistakes, no matter what you think. A lot of people took me up on this challenge, and they sent me their characters, and not a single one of them, I then entered them into HeroLab, not a single one of their characters had less than 3 mistakes in it. Every single one had mistakes. And it's just that, you know what? It's really hard, especially Pathfinder. There's just so many things going on. And then forget it if you're going up to like level 9 or 10, or if you're doing something really strange with your character, or you're multi-classing. It's just impossible to get your character correct. So we all live and die by HeroLab. And now there's a really good version for Starfinder, and it's pretty semi-reasonably priced. And I really like it quite a bit. I use it for everything. Starfinder is definitely not nearly as complex as Pathfinder, but the question comes down to, should you be using a sheet like that to build your character? Now, I use the paid programs. There's lots of free options out there. There's a couple of free programs out there, and more importantly, there's actually a lot of Excel spreadsheets, especially for Pathfinder and some for Starfinder that are getting more popular, that allows you to build your character accurately within Excel, which is more or less free at this point. You just use Google Apps, and you can import the Excel into that and just use that. So the thing is, should you be doing it and using it? And my answer is yeah, you really should, especially if you're playing something like Pathfinder. Not only does it help you build your character accurately, but it allows you to actually just scan all the various options. And even recently this happened, is that we were building some of our characters for Starfinder Society, and we didn't realize how many new options there were for character building just for Pack Worlds alone. And Pack Worlds is not a huge book. Just that small thing, we were able to easily see all the new options in HeroLab and then add them to our characters. And if you think something like Starfinder, which is out for 1 year, and we were able to find new options there, Lord help you when you open up Pathfinder and turn on all the options. You can go absolutely insane when you see how many options there are. There are way, way too many, which I think is one of the main reasons they're making version 2 to kind of do a soft reboot. Anyhow, I super strongly recommend that you use one of these sheets. There's so many out there. If you're still doing it the old-fashioned way, I guarantee you're making mistakes, even if you don't think you're making mistakes. But imagine you are. Imagine you're one of those people that are perfect, that you're actually doing it, not making a single mistake. Then so what? Then just use it, and it'll help you actually make a better character. It'll show you every option. It'll show you things you probably never thought of. You could also very easily add and change your character. One of Chris's favorite things is sitting there and building characters. He will sit there all night and build characters to level 20. And I know a lot of people like to do that. They just build characters just to see what the options are. And these allow you to very quickly and easily build the characters. You don't have to go crazy with the armor and the weapons. You could just build different character classes, different options, feats, things like that, and see what they can do. And when it comes to spells, this is also fantastic because there's just so many different spells out there, and sometimes you just forget, especially if you have 20,000 books you need to manage. You can't look them all up. And sure, you can use an online reference like PSRD, and that's good, but I find that HeroLab or these online options are even better. So once again, strongly recommend you guys try it out. And if you're a GM, what I like to do is I will take all my player characters and then put them into it, and then I manage it for them. Actually, they still manage their characters, but I like to keep a copy of them as well. And then finally, a lot of the online VTT programs allow you to export from things like HeroLab and then import into their program, and that is a huge help. D20 Pro is probably the best one. You can actually export from HeroLab the most crazy, complex, nutty character you can imagine, export it from HeroLab, import it into D20 Pro, and everything you need is in there. And that is a big time saver. I know a lot of people who get it just for that feature and that feature alone. So once again, if you've been on your fence or you've always thought about it, just start off easy. Get one of the free options out there. If you go on our Discord channel, I'm sure everyone will help you out, point you in the right direction. Or if you want to take the plunge fully, I strongly suggest you buy HeroLab. It can get a little pricey. There's not a lot of sales on it, but it's the best one out there. They never ever seem to make mistakes, especially with Pathfinder. Starfinder, it's a little new. I've actually found a lot of bugs, but they find them and fix them very, very quickly. They're extremely responsive to anything you find and will always fix a bug within a couple of days. So with that, a few show notes. Don't forget, new podcast every Tuesday. Please subscribe to us on iTunes and Android, and do review us, please, on Facebook or iTunes. It helps out quite a bit. This week, we have a new Talking Combat. We actually have one every Thursday. Jason writes all about this episode. But this week, we're going to actually have Talking Society. That's going to go up on Wednesday. And that, Jason's going to go through all the things that he thought of the Society campaign we just did. As you all know, we just played through 1-10, the Half-Alive Streets. We finished it up, 4 episodes. And Jason is writing a very long Talking Society about his thoughts all about that. Also, make sure you check out our Discord channel, where we're playing Starfinder and a lot of helpful tips and tricks. And you can also see images from the show. Just go to discord.rollforcombat.com. You can follow us that way. Also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Check out the Reddit channel. Don't forget to check out our Patreon, where we have cool prizes and we release things early there. And of course, we'll be going to PaizoCon. For those of you who can't make PaizoCon, don't worry. Bring a recorder. We're going to record some of our sessions. I'll post it up. Jason's going to post pictures and some write-ups throughout the week, so you'll always be able to see what we're doing. Check out the website if you want to see any of that. Just go to rollforcombat.com. So check that out throughout the week. Otherwise, I have to go finish up packing, getting all my dice and characters together. It's very stressful. It's a lot I have to bring. We're giving talks. I got to make sure I don't forget anything. We're going to be meeting like over a dozen people there. A lot going on. Big con. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next week. See ya.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember Moe's motto, I'm taking a nap.